Welcome back to the Glitched Podcast. We are your host, Literally No One, aka Arthur.
And Ails, aka Damien.
And let's just jump right into this podcast. Uh, uh, so any starters you've got in mind this one before we get into our main topic?
I said I had a story for this one.
All right, let's get into that one.
Alright, so I've told you about what I call the night high, right?
I think, but I don't.
Okay, well, it's basically when it's like really late at night and I start
Mm,
like seeing random things, and for some reason I call it the night high because I'm weird. And
mm-hmm.
I was at my dad's house down in Florida one night.
Yeah.
I was laying on the couch. It was like 2 in the morning. I'm watching some quality Markiplier videos, dude. And
Yeah.
I see something out the corner of my eye, and it's like a figure of a dude just staring through the window. And we have curtains. I could pull the curtains back, but I just didn't feel like getting up. And
Yeah.
then I hear the garage door open,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that just must be my dad. But
Perfectly normal thing to be. It's perfectly normal thing to be out at what time was it? Did you say?
like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, perfectly normal time to be opening a probably loud garage door.
So I like go to check, and the first for some reason I just imagine it didn't actually open. And then I go to the bathroom. I come back, and the TV's off. I'm like, oh, it must have just gone off because TVs have like a 4 hour limit. And then they
Right.
turn off and you can turn it back on. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It might have been all my imagination, but I felt like someone was like in our house just messing with me. And like
Yeah, that'd be a good.
I'm not sure what it was actually. It was and that's how I came up with the night high. Cause it I don't know what it's like to be high, but it felt like I was high.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I've never been that tired to the point where I start
Yeah.
hearing and seeing things. But it sounds like it's an actual issue that people have because I know if you don't get sleep, you will start to experience weird things. Um, my sleep schedule is way weird, so I don't really know.
Yeah. Oh, if you hear some random uh plastic, that's me by the way. Unboxing my new mic that decided to take 3 months to get here, so it better be worth
Sure did.
it, or else I'm gonna turn into a Karen.
Speaking of that, Karens, let's talk about that for a little bit for a minute.
Alright.
So Karen, they're like they're people who are just utterly disgusting. They just wanna ruin someone's day. They wanna start being rude to the people around them.
Yeah.
That's a Karen?
Yeah. Turn to a Karen
Wow.
for that company.
And not has people. I'm wondering. Have people been around? Have people been like this before the pandemic?
Definitely.
hmm Just going out, trying to ruin someone's day. Just talking to the Burger King manager. When they're trying to get their kids a kid's meal, but they're all out of like chicken or something. That sounds unlogical. Burger King shouldn't run out of chicken, but yeah,
I want a happy meal. I want a happy meal, Ma.
yeah.
Burger
It,
King.
it kind of feels like those people are just out trying to ruin someone's day. They're not. They're obviously not nice people.
Yeah.
And I wonder how they are around their family, people that are near them every day.
So,
Now, I'm not saying that only girls can be like this. I'm sure men can too. It's just more women come out like this than men. Um, could be wrong that there are more than women, but from what I've seen, there's more people
oh,
like
I
that
haven't
are
really
rude.
seen a guy do that.
There definitely is
Oh yeah,
probably some
definitely.
rude person out there, but
No.
yeah, I don't really want to get into some controversial stuff on here.
No. The clamp's too small to fit on my dad.
Is it?
Oh no. That's fine. I hope. Oh wait. Wait a jolly green second.
Um, okay.
Alright, you go back to whatever you were talking about.
Uh, just talking about some Karens.
What about that one video that surfaced the internet like a few months back? It was this lady. She was trying to claim this dude's car as her own. And I think that's where the Karen thing started to come in. Because
Huh.
she was just so rude to the dude. And it was his car. And she kept trying to say, "Get out of my car, or else I'm gonna call the cops on you." And then when he pulled out his insurance and stuff, she backed off and went to her like supermom mobile.
Huh.
I want to know
Weird.
how people do that, man.
There's just people out there that don't care about other people. They're just gonna be rude. I don't think there's really anything we could do about that. Even to like, they don't even care if like they're being, if they're just being a disturbance to the peace in a neighborhood. I saw a video. There was this one Karen was at a grocery store, and she was like, just she wasn't even listening to the cop that just there trying to help people not be harassed by this woman.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, there are really people out there, and I don't. It made me realize that people just like that won't change for not even, not even, not even during this. As if things couldn't get worse, people like that.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, let's get into the topic here. The topic for today's podcast: relationship. We're gonna be talking about those.
Relationships, bro.
Yeah, they're weird. I'm not good with them. But Damien here has actually had quite the experience with that.
I'm a master
So we're
chief at relationships,
so
bro.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So first off, there's multiple kinds of relationships. I know that there's friends, family,
Yeah,
uh, cousin, there's other kinds, and obviously there's dating. Now for this podcast, we're gonna focus on the dating segment of it, just because I feel like that's what people go to whenever they hear relationship.
yeah.
I don't know about you, but yeah. So you've had experience with relationships before, obviously. Um, kind of kind of weird, kind of weird experiences, but
Mm.
yeah, I don't know. Difficult. They're weird. Women are hard to understand for me. I'm not sure about you, but sometimes you just can't read them. But how about we talk about relationships you've had and what they've been like? Past ones, obvious.
Do you want from the beginning or from like now down?
From the beginning, let's hear your dating life. This
So,
episode is weird.
my first ever girlfriend, I don't know if she would care if I ever said her name on this, so I'm not going to. Uh,
Right.
I think you know her, 'cause, you broke bro code, but
No. Okay, listen. I don't think you cared.
I
Whatever.
didn't care though.
And
I really didn't.
I told you that I like that girl, and then you're like, okay, sure, yeah, and you were encouraging me, so I don't really want to hear
I
that
was
anymore.
encouraging you because I didn't care. Uh, and it was a little bit of an odd relationship because I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
Uh, although I didn't know her very well because my sister would always babysit her. It was back a long time ago, so don't say anything. Uh, so I was basically over her house every day. Oh no, I did that wrong. Okay. Yeah, I was basically over her house every day, and that was before we decided to date.
Right.
She asked me out because back then I didn't ask anyone out,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just I don't know. I think it lasted maybe a month and a half before she was like, I kind of want to go our separate ways, but we could still be friends, and we are still friends. Actually, we're pretty good friends. So it was it was nice. I don't really know what to say from that one. My second one, I have to remember.
Hold on, before you go on,
All right.
um, um, so I was with this girl, the same girl, right?
Hmm.
And I don't know, what, I know it was a while ago, but I kind of wanna know what she said to you when you guys departed.
She said, "I think we should go our separate ways, but we could still be friends." And I was like, "All right," because I didn't care at all. I really didn't care. So,
Right.
because I wasn't in love with her. I was like, I just like
Yeah.
her. And
Well,
then,
you got it easy.
oh no, yeah, I know I did.
Got it easy.
Uh,
I'll elaborate that more um a little later, but
yeah, I can do that. And then my second one, again, I don't know if she would care if I said her name. I'm only gonna say three, so I'm gonna go from one to three. It's basically, wait, no, I'm gonna do four. I'm gonna do four. I'm gonna do four. she lives down in, not gonna say actually. Now that I thought about that, I'm not gonna say that. Uh, we were dating for like a week. Uh,
You
she
were dating for
was, yeah, she was awesome. I loved her. And then, uh, she said, I don't know, it's awkward with you, and I think we should just go our separate ways and still be friends. And actually, I am friends with her. I just don't talk to her as much as I did. Uh, and then last year when I went down, she had a new boyfriend, and I was thinking like,
yeah.
is she a hoe?
I
But I didn't want to say anything
don't
because
think that is a hoe.
she
Just
didn't
for getting
seem
with
like
someone
it.
else.
She didn't seem like it, and I'm like, but like
No,
it's kind
I'm
of
saying like just
strange.
because she got with someone else because she felt it was awkward. I don't think that.
No, because I know she's had multiple boyfriends after we departed,
No.
and
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like dating should be that thing where it's like I don't know if you agree with me on this, but if you're going through person after person and you're not finding any traits that you like to look for in a person to see if you actually would like them, like some people are attracted to red-haired girls, and that's your preference,
yeah,
right? And that there's nothing wrong with that. So I mean, if it sounds like she wasn't finding that in any of the guys she was with, unless she did, then good for her. Um, but yeah, it sounds like she wasn't looking for that, and she was just looking for a relationship, which I don't think is the point of dating, in my
yeah.
personal opinion.
Uh, and it was awkward actually being there for her birthday because of her boyfriend there. He was so rude. I don't want to sound mean, but he was something I can't say had, because this is a family-friendly podcast half the time.
Right,
Um,
right, right.
like,
Other than we just said ho like 6 times.
we're talking about a gardening tool, dude. Um, like, I couldn't really be myself. And that's what all the girls said, like all of her friends after he left because he had to leave. He couldn't spend the night. Um, and then I actually was myself and we started talking about like paranormal stuff and a bunch of that stuff because one of her friends are satanic.
Not great.
I honestly don't care. I don't care what your religion is. I don't care what you believe in. Believe
Oh
in
yeah,
whatever
no.
you want to.
Right. It, you're completely your choice.
And we were actually talking and playing games and stuff. But when her boyfriend was there, it was like I was emo. I couldn't like speak what I wanted. And then
That's tough.
we're gonna go to the third one, which
By the way, I don't know who the second one was. You could tell me after the podcast if you want.
yeah, yeah. Um the third one, she was
Is this current? No, wait, no. It
no, no,
was
no, no.
no. Okay,
The one before this one.
I know who this is. I think.
Yeah. She was alright. I liked her. I
Hmm.
don't know if I loved her as much as the last one and the one that's current
Right.
because we weren't really together a long time and we weren't always talking. Uh, she was nice. We went out a lot. I took her to the movies. I had to pay for her and her friend, which was honestly a third wheel for me. It was horrible. Uh,
Hmm.
bad, good movie, bad experience, you know? Uh, the movie I didn't really like because it was one of those girly movies, you know? It was like a love story movie. Uh, we got brought to the wrong movie theater. I had to pay all my money. We couldn't get no popcorn, no drink, nothing. It was literally the best thing I ever did. And I'm saying that
Sounds like it.
sarcastically.
Yep.
Uh, and her friend was there a lot, so I couldn't really like do anything.
What do you mean by that?
Not what you're thinking. Um,
No, I didn't. Okay.
half the time, actually all the time, it was a third wheel, but it wasn't bad because we actually talked. You know, like we always talked, always made jokes. It was funny,
Yeah.
and then she broke up with me for some reason. I can't remember. And then I got together with the one that's current.
Wait, can I add something? She
Yes.
broke up with you through a note, correct? Or did
Yeah.
I get that wrong?
She
Yeah.
broke.
Okay.
She literally slipped a note in my locker, and I think it was
Oh
because
no
she
no.
was moving. Yet her friend always comes over, and she doesn't even live that far away. And then I got together with the current one. Uh, and I love her. Absolutely love her. It's I wouldn't say a bumpy relationship. I wouldn't say a smooth relationship. It's a good relationship, strong bond. But I have to
I'm gonna be
start
honest with you.
all
I'm
the
gonna have to give
conversations.
my opinion. It's a bit of a rough relationship between you two. It
Yeah,
is.
'cause I don't know what's going on. You know, like I try to
We're
talk
not
to
gonna.
her as much as I can. I know that she's shy, right? I know she's shy and she doesn't talk a lot, but she doesn't talk to me. You know, about some things that are happening. She could talk to me. Like, and I'll understand because half the things she's probably going through, I went through because I know her parents aren't as well right now,
Yeah.
and like I want her to talk to me. She doesn't talk. I have to start everything. Like if we're on FaceTime, I have to be like, "How was your day?" and stuff. Obviously, boyfriends do that because they want to know. But then she just says like, "I don't know" or nothing, and then just doesn't say anything after that.
So what I'm getting from this is that it's hard for you to communicate with her if she's not like if she's not giving any answers to that question, like I don't know or nothing, that's not really an answer you're looking for, is it?
No, no, no,
You're
no.
looking to actually you're looking to actually have a conversation with her about those things,
Yeah,
and it's hard because and that's why I'm saying it's rough because it's you're you guys are just you did you can't start a conversation. I'm sure you get what I'm trying to say.
yeah,
If you're not starting a conversation about her day on how it was, most people would say good, but I don't know or nothing. Like, what'd you do today? Oh, I just even she could just even say, oh, I just didn't do anything today. I didn't go anywhere. I sat home on my phone or watching TV. Did something with my sisters. She could even do that.
yeah, and
But
I'll love that.
And if she is watching this,
Which,
the only way, I'm telling you, it's, I know she probably won't, but if she does, I'm telling you, the only way to get a better connection with you guys is to talk. You have to get those conversations going. Or else, it might not work. I'm not trying to hate. I'm not trying to dis. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to hope you guys break up, which I'm sure you know, Damien. I've elaborated on this a lot to you,
yeah.
but it's not gonna work if you don't talk.
I know a lot of people in our school are probably like, oh, I really hope they break up. A lot of people don't believe in our relationship. Uh, it was rough yesterday because of something that happened. Uh, Thankfully, we are still together. Um,
I think that was 2 days ago, actually, right?
I can check. Hold on. It might have been 2 days ago. No, it was yesterday. Yesterday at midnight. And I'm not. I don't think this relationship will end. But that's all I have to say. You could talk now about your relationships.
Yeah, I will do that.
All right.
But I could have sworn the big incident that almost took you guys completely apart was 2 days ago.
No, it was yesterday. It says yesterday at 12, like yesterday, 12:34 a.m.
Actually, hold on, let me look what day it was because let's see. No, it does say yesterday, 12:36. Huh,
Yeah.
dude, though.
Maybe you thought it was 2 days ago because it
It
happened late
really
at
it
night.
was 2 days ago. It was. But time according. Like I'm going off the time that we were awake for. The time we were awake.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We were awake at midnight when it happened. So
So
there if
if you're
we're
going
going
off
off when we were awake,
that, it was 2 days ago. Yes.
right. Once again, our sleep schedules, mine at least, is messed up.
Mine's super scuffed.
Yeah. I actually only got to sleep at 5 a.m. yesterday night.
Um,
I wasn't even on my phone, dude. I was just sitting there.
I don't know. That's weird though. With like certain people, they just lay there. I lay there. I'm not on my phone. I'm just trapped in my own thoughts.
You know what? That's what gets to me. It really does. I'm just sitting there thinking about things. I'm stressed out a lot. Like, I should just. Alright, I'm gonna talk about this now. I should just delete my my ex from Snapchat. I should just do it because I don't know if you saw this, but she was posting on her story the YOLO thingies on
Yeah.
Snapchat, and then I'm assuming she's got another guy.
She
Which
does.
yeah, and it just for whatever reason stresses me out. But I tell myself not to worry about it, and that seems to work.
Yeah.
But
Or just don't look at stories.
yeah, could do that.
Well, that took up 30 minutes. that was
But I will
amazing.
get into the relationships I was in a second. So yeah, I was in two, and one of them I was being a jerk. I didn't really know how to act. I'm not gonna go into that one too much, but I really liked her. Actually, kinda I didn't. Didn't really care, to be honest.
Yeah.
But then I got the second one, and now I really liked her. I really did a lot. And it turned out that she was just a not nice person. She was not nice.
Mm.
Now, you might disagree with me on this, Damien, but trust me, she was not nice. At points. At point. It was
Yeah.
2 months in, her true colors had shown. I figured out who she was. And, dude, I swear to God, she was on. We were on a FaceTime call, right?
Yeah.
And I was just talking to her, and then she's got these new earbuds where if you press a button, it will hang up on the FaceTime call, I
Yeah.
guess. And she did that, and I'm like, and she didn't call me back, and I'm like, I call her back, and I'm like, well, what was that? What'd you do that for? And she's like, 'cause why not? It was funny or something. I'm like, dude, really?
Oh.
And then what else happened was, we would be on a call, and then she'd be like, oh, I gotta go. Really quick, she'd say that, and then just hang up.
Mm.
And and it would be like, I'd wait 30 minutes, and I'd be like, where is she? And then I'd call her, and then she'd be like, oh, I'm on a call with my friend right now. Sorry. Did you really just ditch me to go talk to someone else?
Yeah.
But I should have known at that point just to end it, but I didn't. It's a hard spot to be in just because you really like someone a lot. You don't want to end it with them, but sometimes it's just a thing you do. You have to do. This is not working for you.
Yeah. Uh. Yeah. That's the trouble of being in a relationship. If you really like them, or if you can hold it up.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I have and can do both with this relationship. So.
And another thing I was thinking of, I, like for me, I'm like I was a a douchebag in my first relationship, but then the second one I did not do anything, and I know that for a fact. Like I was nice to her. I wasn't making mean jokes. I wasn't doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this one has to last longer, right? Surely it will last longer than the last one. And it didn't. And it's hard for me to like someone and wanna be in a relationship with them if I know that it can still happen and within a 2 month range, you know? Like I know I know 2 months is like nothing, but like you gotta understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
I I just I can't be in a relationship. It's hard because I'm in the back of my head. I'm like, is this gonna last? Is it? And also, being in a relationship for me is very stressful. I have a lot of anxiety when I'm in one. I don't know about you, but I have a lot of anxiety. I'm gonna do or say something wrong.
Yeah, I'm like at that stage now because of the little incident that happened before.
Yeah.
But I could say it happens to the best of us. I could also say it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna say either or because it's basically just a comforting thing, and it doesn't really
Right.
happen to the best of us.
And I told you I liked that one girl, right?
Yeah.
Or school. And I would have pursued it, but the reason I didn't is because I knew we weren't a good match. I knew that we wouldn't be. I knew I wouldn't. I knew she wouldn't want to date me. I mean, look at me. I'm just a nerd who plays video games. A nerd for video games, not school. I can't like school, like even if I tried.
Um,
But so
Two bros, one podcast.
hmm
Oh, we should have named it that. Two bros, one podcast.
hmm,
Oh, darn. Now I'm coming up with so many good names right after the first one, bro.
yeah,
Why do I have techno on this?
yeah, no. So I feel like she doesn't like me that much, like even just in general. So
Yeah,
it's sad, but it's whatever, you know.
yeah, yeah.
Let's hope yours lasts.
I do. I really hope it does last.
Oh, moving on from that, uh, what else is there to cover? Should we cover?
How about trying to upload the podcast to Spotify?
Talk about
Yeah,
that? Oh, all right.
because that was kind of devilishly hard. So,
Yeah.
of course, when you do something like that, you're gonna watch a few YouTube videos on how to do it because obviously people would post things on YouTube about how to do things, right?
Yeah.
Thankfully, my friend sent me a video and he said, watch this, it might help you get it on Spotify. Now, there's a bunch of websites with RSS codes which you need to get onto Spotify, and
Mm,
I, for some reason, decided to pick Buzzsprout. I'm not gonna hate on them because they are a good platform to throw things on, but
okay.
the fact that you need to buy for more hours is not very, very smart. Like, there's these people out here
No.
doing podcasts and stuff for people's entertainment and for money because, like Twitch streamers, some of them just do it for the money. Podcasts, they do it for the money. YouTube, they do it for the money. Obviously, all these platforms do it for the money. We want entertainment. We already have stuff for money. So, bam. And, like, why? Just why do you have to buy for more? It's honestly really dumb, but I get it because that's how these websites make money. Uh, it was
All right.
really difficult trying to do that because I had to go through the trouble of making a new Spotify account and making a Buzzsprout account. So it was hard. Wasn't too hard though, but it was it was difficult.
Yeah.
And rewarding, actually, though, because we finally made it onto Spotify. If you're listening on this from Spotify, welcome. If you're one of our YouTube subscribers, also welcome. Go check us out on Spotify. You might like it better because you can do other things while listening to us, unless you have YouTube Red.
They
I'm
could
still,
still do that on YouTube.
I'm still gonna call it YouTube Red. I don't care if they change the name to Premium. Um, yeah, but you need to buy that in order to listen to it in the background, unless you're playing it off of like something you don't need to do things on.
Well, yeah. Then in that case, yeah, you do. But I don't know. I usually while I'm playing video games, I'll just have my phone on, listening to something sometimes. If I'm not
You know,
talking to anybody, then yeah, that's what I'll do.
it's normally what I have my
Cause
laptop for.
you know,
Yeah, it wasn't bad trying to get on Spotify. It was a little difficult, but overall, we finally made it on Spotify. So,
right.
anything you have to say?
Uh, not really. Not really right now. Mm-mm.
Why don't we use the word of the day right now then? Word of the
Alright.
week. We're gonna go on. Oh my god, everything's in the way because I just threw my mic stand off. Um, random word of the week for the rest of the week. It's discriminate.
Discriminate.
Never discriminate no one, alright?
That's a weird choice
Discrimination
of words, but alright.
is bad. Bad, bad, bad discrimination. Oh no, I'm on a random word gens and just popped up discriminate. They're all like, oh, uh, gun just popped up. Cousin figure, symmetrical football, craft, fit, blue. I don't know why these words are so short. Decator, dector, dector.
Dexter's laboratory.
Discord in the description. Our Twitch and our Twitter down description. Go check that out.
Yep.
If you're on YouTube, I don't know if it pops up on Spotify. I haven't really gone into detail with that yet. So,
Eh.
uh, let's talk about these random cartoons, shall we?
Random cartoons. I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but alright.
Like SpongeBob, all right? So,
Okay.
notice how the new episodes are a lot different than the older ones. Right?
Yeah, I
Now,
feel like that might just because they're kind of almost running out of things to put in. Maybe.
well, which one do you like? Do you like the newer ones better or the older ones better?
But the older ones.
Yeah, me personally, I like the older ones better. But notice how these newer. newer episodes are getting a little out of hand. Alright, mind that. These newer episodes are getting a little out of hand, you know? Like, there's just a new episode. I forget the name of it completely, right? But it's where Plankton is in, for some reason, in Patrick's mouth. Alright.
Yeah.
Do you know what happens to Plankton while he's in Patrick's mouth?
You get swallowed.
He gets molested.
I don't like where this is going. Not because it's weird, but just because it's kind of seems like a big joke. And I don't want to joke around too much on the podcast. I want it to actually be like a real talk time. So,
Whoa. Do you know what Patrick does with his tongue to Plankton?
what?
He licks his behind. No joke. That's actually in the thing, though. I don't know why they decided to put that in. It's kind of strange, but I guess it'd make kids laugh.
Maybe.
But
Maybe.
yeah, man, I don't really know. I don't know where they're going with these cartoons.
What are we at right now?
47 minutes.
How long are we going for?
I kind of want to try and push an hour, but I don't know if the last 5 minutes are gonna get cut off by the thing.
Yeah. Push for hour.
So let's talk about these real world situations right now. The pandemic is still going.
Right.
Uh,
And cases have been rising because
yes,
we're in green and people stopped wearing masks.
we are in green. People decided to start going out a lot more. Like, oh, I'm gonna go out. I'm not gonna wear a mask to like stores and stuff. Um, I said that and I touched my face. Uh, and people are probably not washing their hands now. Like before, yeah, they were washing their hands because they don't want to get it, but you could still get it. So they're probably they're not washing their hands. Uh, not
Yeah.
wearing masks, not taking the precautions. Uh, hopefully everybody that listens to our podcast will decide to take those precautions and wear masks and wash their hands.
Yeah.
Um, like we're probably gonna go back to like yellow, maybe red, because our cases have skyrocketed, and it's
For
weird
sure.
because we went down so much to get into green, right? And then
Yeah.
we skyrocketed.
Right.
There are some places that are actually going back up to yellow. Hopefully, we are not one of them. We are
Right.
so close to getting out of this
Yeah. Be really
pandemic. So,
ashamed if it wasn't over. But
oh yeah. So, schools are thinking about doing a hybrid, meaning in school and online.
right. Yeah. Okay. You can talk about
I
that.
don't really, if we're still going in school, I don't care. I learn like that. I learn face to face, no matter what. And
Yeah.
say, like, we learn everything face to face, and we can ask questions, and then we go home and do, like, homework and schoolwork online. I'll go with that, because I know what to do already. And, like, I'm not. I'm not sure how we're going to actually do it because we're down in green and they're starting to say like fall sports are starting to start back up because everything is going good.
Yeah.
So like I don't I don't really care if fall sports started up or didn't start up because I like football. I love football. I care for football.
Right.
But I don't know about playing again because I switched to a new team and everybody, all the players that were there on that team were awesome. They were so helpful to a new player like me. No, I'm not a new player. I've been playing for a really long time, but a new player on their team. And they all graduated. And I'm like, God have mercy on my soul. Because I'm quick, I'm skinny, I can run through the line, I'm really fast, and I'm afraid they're going to put me in the backfield for offense because I don't know what I'm doing back there.
Right.
Because I don't know their plays, I don't know their things. Obviously, I've been playing for a year on their team, and I should know, but they weren't teaching
Yeah.
me backfield. So, like, we're gonna play the first game, and I'm afraid I'm gonna mess something up. Hopefully,
Oh.
they keep me on tight end because I know what I'm doing there.
Yeah. If they put you somewhere you don't know what you're doing, you're not gonna do as well.
Yeah, and like all the linemen know all the positions, everything, what to do, what not to do. The only thing I don't know are their plays because they have different play names than what I was taught. So
Oh.
like, I'm not 100% sure what to do. Of course, I know the formation because I could just half the time the formation for the backfield on offense is always symmetrical.
Okay.
So I'm
Right.
like,
That makes sense.
I just gotta go where that dude is, but on this side. And then I run what the play was. The only time they put me in the backfield was during game, and one of our runners were sick. He got real sick during the game, and he had to go sit out.
Okay.
Probably because it was a really hot day, you know. There was a lot of water, but it was warm, so we probably didn't really get that much hydration in. Uh,
Hmm.
and I was back there. I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing. Please don't mess anything up. Thankfully, I don't know if he wants me to say his name on this. I don't care. I'm gonna say it anyways because he's very, very, very helpful. Elijah. I'm not gonna say his last name, but Elijah. He was so, so helpful. He told me exactly what to do right before the ball was snapped. And if he didn't tell me what to do, I probably wouldn't. I would have not had us get that last point. And then from that point on, we played all good the rest of the season, all undefeated, undefeated through the playoffs. We won the championship. It was awesome.
Yeah. So okay. So at least in the end, he figured out what you were doing
Yeah.
instead of just being like, "Oh my God, I don't know what to do." So I'm assuming the guy that the kid that helped you was like saw you struggling, and then he's like, "I'm just gonna help this kid."
Well, he was getting the ball. I was gonna block for him, and he was like, I said, "Yo, what am I supposed to be doing? I've never played in backfield right here before." He's like, "All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna run through the two gap, and you're gonna block everyone that's right there for me. I'm gonna come up behind you, and then I'm gonna get the goal. I'm gonna score for us." I was like, "All right, I can do that." because I've played fullback before.
Right.
Fullback, they go through the whole first and they block anyone that's right there so the ball can get through. I've played that before. Uh, Probably not a very good spot for me because I'm so light and skinny, probably break in half.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know if I like getting the ball and I don't know if I like being lineman. I love being a lineman so much.
Okay.
It's literally my favorite thing to do because I've played lineman for almost my entire career on football. And
Yeah.
now I'm starting to like catch the ball and run the ball. They should have been teaching me that a long time ago
Yeah.
because I've been quick like my entire life. I don't have the best catching hands. That's why I get like two pairs of gloves each football season. Because football gloves, they have like a sticky glue substance on them, and it helps you get catch the ball and grip it.
Hmm.
It's fun playing football. I don't know if I'm gonna like it this year though,
Yeah. Because of the pandemic, or just because you don't think you'll
because there's
be good
new
at
new
new?
players. They're all
Ah.
coming up from the team under, and
Mhm.
like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna end up being a captain. There's only gonna be three captains this year, and I don't know what I'm doing. So yikes.
Yeah. And you also switched from our school's football. I was literally about to say the name of it. To the other place
Yes, I switched
football.
teams. Which I
Why is that?
actually, well, I could have had a chance to go up to freshman. My
Right.
mom said no, and that was because our school didn't have an A team. So my mom said no, she didn't want me to be a bench warmer, someone who doesn't go in and play.
Right.
Uh, and I'm like, okay, I can see that. And I went over to this team. The first day of practice was no pads, just cleats, because we didn't get helmets or pants or we didn't get anything like that yet.
Right.
And um
Uh,
and it was nice. I had to play tight end the first time. First time of practice, first time ever playing tight end. He told me to run a 5 yard out, and I looked at
right.
him like, "What is a 5 yard out?" And then my coach, he's head coach, he said, "All right, a 5 yard out is you run 5 yards forward, and then you duck it to the right, duck it towards the sidelines, run so you get the ball, and then you
Yeah.
run straight into the I can't touchdown touch zone. I forget. Have bad memory right now. Um, and uh, I didn't catch the ball the first time. He said I didn't do it right. I'm like, okay. So I start walking back to like get behind the line, and he's like, "You're not done. Yeah, come up here. I'll show you again." I'm like, what is this man doing? Because back at our school, if I didn't do something right, I'd had to go back to the line, back in line, while getting yelled at by our coach. He wouldn't even let me try it again until it was my turn to go back up and do it again. And I was like, I get to do it again. And I told them that they just yell at us while we're walking back to the back of the line. They don't even tell us to do it again. He's like, that's not teaching. That's not coaching.
Right.
The way we do it here is coaching, you know?
Right.
It's like, I was just in awe. It was great. That It was awesome. We just had an hour.
So should we wrap up?
Yeah, we could wrap it up. We'll do hour episodes, you know? Maybe. Actually, I'll say this. Alright, so we're gonna start to wrap it up here. Monday, stay tuned. We're gonna have a special guest. Alright. One of our
Some more
friends,
stuff.
you'll see there. We don't want to spoil it too much, you know?
Yeah. Friend. A person.
Yes,
And
yeah, so a random person we don't know who they are.
we
Anything you got to
gave it
say
away
last?
already. No, just stay tuned for our friend coming on. We're gonna be talking with him about stuff. You'll find out.
And
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna.
we'll see you in the next podcast.
Mhm.
Bye.